agenda. And he has confidence in the acting director at the CIA, and he has confidence in the military to carry out the various missions that he has asked them to carry out. On specific individuals and matters pertaining to the recent revelations, I would refer you to the Pentagon and the IG on the one hand, and to the FBI with regards to General Petraeus.
But he's not, I mean, big picture watching this, he's not shaking his head saying, guys, look, we need a more credible, confident sense of leadership.
I think he's not going to make grand pronouncements or decisions about things based on, two situations, two individual cases. He's focused on the missions that the military is tasked with carrying out, and the CIA and the general intelligence community is tasked with carrying out, and with enacting his overall agenda, which encompasses not just national security policy, but obviously domestic policy. Mm-hmm. Yes, Reuters, Jeff.
Jay, has the President spoken to General Allen directly?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Has he spoken to Secretary Panetta?
I'd have to check that. Secretary Panetta has been traveling.
As a sort of a follow-up to Ben's question, does the President see this in general as an unwelcome distraction at a time when he's just was reelected and has a bunch of priorities in terms of fiscal cliff and in terms of his cabinet?
Well, I certainly, I think, wouldn't call it welcome. Obviously, as I said to Ben, that the information about General Petraeus came to him as a surprise, and he is very appreciative of General Petraeus' remarkable service to his country. But the President's focused on the agenda that he believes is important for this country, that he has to carry out, working with lawmakers here in Washington. And that includes, as you know, his number one priority, which is jobs and economic growth. And he is engaging in meetings this week on those issues, on the issues of the approach we need to take to ensure that we have the right economic policy, the right fiscal policy to help the economy grow and help it continue to create jobs. He is also, of course, continuously focused on his foreign policy and national security agenda. He has great confidence in the acting CIA director. He has confidence in his military and the Secretary of Defense and the Defense Department to carry out the missions that he's assigned to them. But he's got obviously a lot that he wants to get to work on, and he's doing that this week.
Broadly, how does this affect, though, his need to revamp the national security team?
Again, I think these are specific questions about specific individuals and posts. I can say now, even though you haven't asked, that I have no announcements to make with regards to personnel and no speculation to engage in. I can tell you that the President has not made decisions on personnel matters, and you will not hear me discuss them until the President has made those decisions and has announced them. Yeah.
Jay, you're saying these are regarding two specific people, so you can't extrapolate, but these are two of the President's top military brass, either involved in an extramarital affair or seemingly involved in what might be inappropriate behavior. Is the President, as Commander-in-Chief, at all worried about a culture, an inappropriate culture in the military?
I really would ask you to not extrapolate broadly. The President has great confidence in the military, great confidence in his commanders, and will continue to have that confidence. With regards to the specific instances here, I think you need to address your questions to the Justice Department and the FBI or the Defense Department. The President's focused on doing the work that the American people re-elected him to do, and he's continuing to do that.
Have reason to believe that national security was ever breached or threatened at any point in either of these instances?
You know, I think that questions like that, which go to matters under investigation, I would refer you to the investigative bodies. The President is focused on the work that he needs to do, and again, I think there's been substantial reporting on some of this, and the President spoke with and met with General Petraeus and agreed with his decision that he could no longer lead the CIA and accepted his resignation. He has great faith in the acting director, and the president's focused on the agenda that he wants to carry out.
Okay, on another topic, I know you're not going to address personnel matters. Does the president have confidence that, I know he's a big fan of Ambassador Susan Rice, does he have confidence that she could pass a Senate confirmation for any post in a future cabinet?
Again, I will not engage in speculation about personnel matters. I can tell you that the president believes that Ambassador Rice has done an excellent job and is grateful for her service. Yes, John.
Jay, this investigation had been going on for months. How is it that the White House didn't have any idea of this until the day after the election and the Congress a few days later?
Well, I would refer you to the FBI. They have, as I understand it, protocols in place for when they notify the legislative and executive branches of investigations. And it is simply a fact that the White House was not aware of the situation regarding General Petraeus until Wednesday, and the situation regarding General Allen until Friday. So, the FBI is the place to go in terms of an explanation of the protocols they follow. But I understand that is the answer that they will give, that there are protocols they follow that govern how they inform the various branches of government of these kinds of investigations.
Well, do you understand how people would think this is utterly bizarre? I mean, the day after the election and the anger you're hearing on Capitol Hill, they didn't know this was going on. The timing, at least the appearance.
Look, all I can tell you is when the White House was informed. And I would let the relevant members of Congress explain to you how and when they were informed. My understanding is there are protocols that the FBI follows with regards to these kinds of notifications, and I would refer you to the FBI and the Department of Justice for an explanation of those protocols. What, again, the President is focused on is the work that we have to do right now to help our economy grow and help our economy create jobs. There are obviously a whole host of other issues that are out there and that he and others have to contend with, and he and others are doing that. But his focus right now is on working with Congress to move the country forward economically.
Now, Senator Collins says that it is imperative that General Petraeus testify in the hearings on Benghazi. You've heard similar statements from Senator Feinstein. Mm-hmm. Do you think that it is appropriate for the former CIA director to be testifying about what happened, given that he was director at the time and given that he's conducted his own review?
Well, I would say two things. One, that it is up to Congress to make decisions about who is called to testify. But the President is confident that Acting Director Morell is fully informed and capable of representing the CIA in a hearing about the incidents in Benghazi.